everybody. For those of you who do not know, my name is Kat Kinway and this is my art channel called Artsyfartsymagic, where I do art and sometimes a story every single hump day. On this week's video, we'll be talking about 6 ways to help with art block. Yes, I do believe this is true because I struggle with it sometimes as well. So after conducting some research, I have come up with a few reasons of why someone would have art block. The first reason is lack of motivation. I know for me with lack of motivation, I have this when I see someone make something so beautiful, I could never do that. I can never get to that level of expertise. Sometimes lack of motivation also stems from creative fatigue as well. You work for hours and hours on something, maybe you still haven't finished and you feel burnt out. You go days, weeks, months without starting on this project again because it becomes overwhelming for you. Maybe the project was too big of an idea at the time, or maybe you thought of another idea and thus forgot about this huge project. So this leads to the first tip. Start doing tiny projects. Just drawing simple things that you like to draw. I like to doodle roses and women. Start off with that, or even just practicing tutorials 15 to 30 minutes a day to help with your skills if you don't feel like starting any new ideas. Now, I already mentioned creative fatigue, but I just want to touch up on that a little bit more. When I have creative fatigue, it's because I spend so much time dedicating myself to art, I forget to shower or eat. I'm so hyper-focused on painting/drawing that I don't even want to get up from my chair. I'll do that for days. Almost every day I have off. I know that sounds terrible, but depression. Anyways, because of neglecting my body from nutrition and water for so many hours a day, I pay for it eventually. I get so tired and hungry and upset that I did that to myself, so then I'll go days without doing art. There was a period where it turned into months without doing it because of how drained and burnt out I felt. So this leads to tip number 2. Take your breaks when you're working on a long project. Take your time to get that drink of water or even your food.
And don't forget those pee breaks, y'all.
Take that time you need until you feel refreshed again. Sometimes artists just run out of ideas. Maybe you keep drawing the same thing over and over again and it's time for you to think of something new. There are several solutions to think of new ideas. Tip number 3. The first one I can think of is to think of a pattern. My go-to pattern I almost always add to my style is some sort of dripping pattern. It can stem into other ideas. I don't show that in what I'm drawing now. I actually got inspired to draw this after finding this nail pattern on Pinterest. I love the color scheme and the space. Tip number 4. You can start a series, starting with comic characters and then drawing them in different scenes you make up for them. You can create a story for them. I've been wanting to do this, but I have such a short attention span and get other ideas in my head that I tend to not take the time to create such a long thought out storyline, but it does work for most artists. Tip number 5. Another thing that gets me going is buying new art supplies. There's nothing like getting a new color of paint to try out that makes me want to paint even more. Even new colored pencils, an eraser, markers, literally anything new from the art store, you'll want to experiment with it and try something new. Sometimes we just have bad days as well. The idea is there, but your hand is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. When this happens to me, I tend to spend hours trying to fix it and then mess it up even more. It becomes extremely frustrating. So what's the best cure for this? Which leads to tip number 6. Walk away. Walk that booty out the door, girl. Go do something like a shower, go to the pool, walk your dogs, get some fresh air, even meditate. For me, it's getting some fresh air and watching a good show that helps. So there you have it, magical babies. 6 ways to help with art block. I hope this was educational and entertaining for you. If you enjoy my content, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more of my art, my Instagram, Facebook, and online shop will be listed down below. I will be starting a new series hopefully soon. It just depends on who wants to participate in it. I'm going to be drawing my subscribers in my own style. So if you want to participate in that, comment down below or send me a message on Instagram. Once again, thank you all, and like I always say, peace, love, and magic.
I love you like la 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 la.